We just got some new images for Prehistoric Kingdom's Oviraptor, and they're looking gorgeous. The model for this thing looks absolutely amazing, and I love the colors on these models, especially this one with the really cool kind of like yellows and browns, especially with the blue on the crest. It's looking very, very cool. We also have this image right here that shows the Oviraptors with their babies, as well as being on top of their nest, which is very fitting because of the whole circumstance behind Oviraptor. So, Oviraptor obviously translates to egg thief, and all the time in media it's portrayed as a dinosaur that steals eggs. There's a reason for that. When it was first discovered, it was found on top of some eggs. Now, at the time, it was believed that the eggs that it was on top of were actually Protoceratops eggs. So it was believed that Oviraptor here was caught red-handed in the middle of stealing eggs, and it just so happened to get buried while it was doing that. And then it was given the name egg thief. It was thought of as like an egg-stealing and eaten dinosaur. It wasn't until years later that it was eventually learned that it was actually on top of its own eggs in a sort of brooding fashion. It was a parent that was just taking care of its own eggs and was just buried under those circumstances. This is actually technically one of the first pieces of evidence of dinosaurs taking care of their young. It's just, unfortunately, we didn't see it at the time. So I'm glad that Oviraptor is getting added with nests, and it gets the chance to show everybody that it took care of its own nests. Also, Oviraptor seems to have the proper adaptations for an omnivorous diet, which means that it would eat both plants and animals. It likely leaned more so towards plants rather than the animal side. Of course, it could eat an egg every once in a while if the opportunity arose, but that likely wasn't the whole focus of its diet. But yeah, Prehistoric Kingdom's Oviraptor is looking great.